Welcome, dear Lee's friends, to another therapeutic meeting at Light in the Shire Spiritist group. I'm Fran Diogo, and I'm here with Flavia Teixeira, and we are about to start our therapeutic talk. But before we do that, let's have a quick harmonization together. Let's take a deep breath, and wherever you are, if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And you can feel the air coming into your lungs and also feeling this energy of peace, love, and serenity entering your physical body and connecting with our mentors, with the light workers of Light in the Shire Spiritist group. And we ask them for their protection, for their love, for their guidance as we listen to these teachings and we try to find ways we can relate and we can apply them to our lives to live happier, more positive lives. We ask for this divine energy to support us and protect us during tonight's talk. Peace be with us. So, Flavia, everyone, will be taking us through the therapeutic talk, Hope and Courage, Remedies for Positive Mental Health.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Today is the 24th of September, 2024. Here we go, another year. It's almost like we're passing through half of 2024. Big year for everyone. And I think this is a very interesting talk. Going through, studying to be able to do this talk. Lots of things go through the mind. So starting with definition, what is hope? On your concept, what do you think hope is? If we're looking at dictionary, hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a particular thing to happen. Yeah, or so I think hope, most of people when talk about hope, they can say that hope is a fuel and a very important resource for resilience and healing, and it's true. It's only hope that actually make us, in that sense, to better ourselves. When moments that we're going through hard moments is actually hope is one of the things that actually push us forward. So it's very hard to heal our hearts, our minds, if we don't have hope. It's a very important thing. Hope is something that we have to have within ourselves, and also hope for the future. So we have to have within us to make sure that our future will happen. And I think this is a very important thing. So no matter how troubled we are right now, one thing we have to be certain, and hope is what makes us to believe there are better days will come. So, that light at the end of the tunnel, if we analyze through moments that we have in our life when we can't see solution, hope is actually, what help us to be able to find those solutions, because it's, giving us idea and keep us that few that we can keep going until we actually find the solutions for those hard moments. So in this idea, in Spiritism itself, okay, and bring us that is life represents a second in a moment. Yeah. So if we think about our existence, and in Spiritism, I think hope, it's very important. We might go through this moment in time, comparing to our eternal life, is just a second. Yeah, if we think about ourselves as having many lives, and through thousands of years, so what's 8 years or 100 years considered to that? So understanding these principles, I think in Spiritism help us to understand and maybe soothe our sometimes suffering. Think that, in this life, I might be going through stages, but these suffering are not going to be eternal. So all that, I suppose, we can add it up to hope. Yeah, that wherever we're going through at this moment, it will pass. And so we can say that hope is a divine force, I would say. Yeah, it's a force within us, and it is a divine force. As I mentioned, it's that fuel that makes us keep going, and when there are challenges in our way. There is a really good book, and I think there is actually this book is, I think, is translated. I'm not sure if Frank can clarify later. It was actually, Chico Xavier, one of the biggest, Brazilian mediums, through a spirit, wrote this book called Renounce. We call Renúncia in Portuguese. And the main character says that hope, so it's living without hope is worse than all evils. So when we don't have hopes, it's actually, we don't have purpose, because I think hope is part of the purpose. We work towards something, so that's part of going forward. So when we don't have hope, you have nothing to fight for. And I think it's a very important. So hope is this force that propels life and give life meaning. Emmanuel, which is, we know, Chico Xavier's mentor, says that hope is like the moonlight, destined to shine on the moments of the most shadows, showing the way on the darker nights. Which I thought was a really good paradox, just to say, and showing, like even on the dark moments, hope is actually what makes us to see the way we're going. So live without hope is to dive into the dense shadows and then is not be able to see the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel. So hope makes us to find the way to where we go. So hope is invincible and is the force that conquers all. Keep going on hope, like is a big, like we can say, so hope allows us to see beyond our limits and amplify also our horizons. When sometimes it's through those moments that we have to see, think about through life, the hope that we can achieve that. Sometimes it helps us to move forward and also see different ways. Make us to appreciate and the now and all the difficulties we're going through, and is also the change of our limited views. So is the way we see these obstacles, like it's a mountain on the way, and going through this and conquering it. It's just hope. I think it's a very important. I think that probably the best thing is, hope is part of our lives. Simple as that. If we can't have hope, life has, I suppose, no meaning. Then we go to courage. So we'll probably make a hope and courage together. What is courage? Right? So courage is the ability to do something that frightens us. And it's bravery. So we might be afraid, but we conquer, we break moments and we go ahead. So it's strength in the face of pain and grief. That's courage. So courage is, there is a say that say, in all that end roads has always a secret passage. So courage is this secret passage. So if we go through a place and we think that we're not going nowhere, there's always some way we can go through. So where we will find this courage that makes us keep going. Yeah, so believe also in the divine. It's a way to give us courage. Believe that it's something that, like we can work for, gives us courage to keep going. I suppose that, like hope and courage in that way links, because hope is be able to wish we can get there. And sometimes courage what is help us through the way, because sometimes fear stops us from doing things. Courage is conquering that fear to be able to keep hoping that we will get there in one day. So allow ourselves, to yourself to be loved. Yeah. And allow yourself to love yourself and to be loved, of course, because we always have to love ourselves to be able to be loved. So believe that we are not alone, and it's an important thing in the way we are, right? So in Spiritism, we know that we're never alone. Even like, maybe we might be alone on the physical world in a sense, but we will never be alone, because we have around us spirits that are helping us with our journey. So we have our mentors, or what they call a guardian angels. Yeah, they help us going through the atonements, or moments we're going through our life. So believe that we're not alone, that we can go through the difficult times. Actually, as I was looking at this stuff, I found a song from a singer called Sia, and she's actually, I think she did a lot of writing. She used to be more like a composer than a writing, and the song itself is called "Courage to Change." And I thought that the lyric was really interesting, so I might just play a little bit, because and maybe you keep this song in your mind, like in a sense of saying, when you're going through a tough moment, it just play your mind, or just put it the music, because the words they are quite meaningful, and to keep going in tough moments. So I think we can hear the music. So I just got to put it on. And please let me know if actually the music is going. World, I want to leave you better. Sorry. I changed them. Sorry, guys. I'm going to touch the screen, sorry.
Fall in love with Hungry Jack's new Jack Fried Chicken Southern Style Tenders. Crispy, juicy, 100% Aussie chicken that will have you craving more and more. Now at Hungry Jack's.
Sorry, guys. World, I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter. I am afraid I have no purpose here. I watch the news on TV, abandon myself daily. I am afraid to let you see the real me when it falls, when it falls. But I know me the rain it falls, when it falls. Sowing the seeds of love and hope, love and love. We don't have to stay stuck in the weeds. It's such a beautiful music, guys. I think it's like to give, you know, like the lyrics is beautiful. You know, it's saying that you're not alone. You know, it's changing. You know, giving courage. You know, keeping us. You know, courage. So I think in this music, for me, like when I was listening and I wanted to put this music on, it was just you know, the hope. Like, you know, one of the lights. I want. One of the, you know, on the lyrics say, "World, I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter." You know, and I think that's, you know, what everyone wants to do in life, in a sense, you know, like make sure that our existence doesn't go just pass blank, you know, that you make a mark into people's lives, wherever that is. Yeah. So within your family, friends, or people that you don't know. But it's just a beautiful lyrics that I thought that, you know, having hope that, you know, we can make this world a better place. I think on this day and age, what they're saying and all happening around the world is such a important thing that we don't let the moment and the life, the history, what's happening around us to kill this fire that's within us. Yeah. So that hope is this fire that burns inside us to have a better life for ourselves and what's around us, and to make a better world. So such a beautiful music. So you know, encourage everyone to actually to listen and look at the lyrics, because it's such a it helps us, I suppose. Like, you know, music is a way also, lots of people can relate to that, helps to heal. I was, you know, looking, listen, and singing, dancing, name it, all the ways. But the lyrics beautiful. So one of the things also in these lyrics say, you know, I'm afraid I have no purpose here, and making sure, you know, hope and courage to create this purpose in life, wherever it is, you know, like it doesn't have to be big. I think maybe even going through tough moments, like, you know, depression, these time, you know, these it's been one of the biggest things that's happening around the world. You know, I'm a teacher, I deal with like lots of young people. We know depression is a big thing, so conquer yourself even through that. You know, like if you are in a moment in your life now that you going through these moments, so have hope and have the courage to make a difference, to change. Some moments, you know, like, and adding up to that is in my life when things didn't look good. One of the best, probably, Facebook philosophy I've read once, and it was so true, and I use that all the time, is saying sometimes even a kick in the butt pushes you forward. You know, sometimes we need a little bit. Might be that kick in the butt be our courage, you know, to keep going. But sometimes we're stuck in life. You know, even that we have hope that we're gonna go, but sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we need a little push to keep going. Courage is very important on that. You know, like we have moments that we get frozen, you know, by the moment, for, you know, the fear freezes us, and wake up every day. Sometimes in moments like that is just, you know, you need a lot of courage, because how many times, and I think everyone can relate to that, you can wake up in the morning and you don't feel like leaving bed. So breathe in, look forward, have a little bit of faith and the courage to leave a bed. Sometimes leaving bed is showing some signs of courage. So just and then we have to remind ourselves all the time, yeah, that love is a sublime force, okay, that is the brain in our destiny. Yeah, so remind ourselves that some of our trials are consequence sometimes of past lives. We need to stay here now and not having that understanding that, you know, we might be consequences of past actions, you know, in this life or past lives. Spiritism, you know, we believe that we are a spirit that come to this world to evolve. So sometimes are consequences. So some of our trials we ask to go through in this life, so we can. And when it happens, sometimes we think it's a bit hard, and we get stuck. So understanding that hard moments teach us great and valuable lessons that is important to our growth. So do not let ourselves to give up in despair. And I think that hope is a great part of that. Have courage to keep going and transform, make sure we transform this sadness into hope so we can find a way for better days. Reminding ourselves that when life is difficult, that we can't see the way, that we can see the meaning of life, maybe we should set a prayer, yeah, to the divine, wherever you believe are, yeah, and hope that we get enlightened, yeah. So hope is the sweet, tirelessly nurse that helps us, right? So it's the sublime nurse, as I can say. Hope is helping us to heal our moral wounds and our bleeding hearts. So I hope that hope always be in your heart and you always have the courage to keep going, reminding ourselves that we never learn. I think it was yesterday, a very interesting study that saying that if we spend every day, 3 times a day, about 15 minutes, you know, exercising gratitude, it's actually very good for us. So regardless how life is, if everything is not working the way we want, always be, you know, be grateful for actually the things we have, because we tended always to kind of I would say complain or whatever things that we don't have, but we tend to not appreciate necessarily the things actually we have. So gratitude, and these will help, I suppose, that create meaning to our lives, which is then giving us hope and then courage to keep going. So I hope that everyone keep hoping and have courage to keep going, and fighting for a better world, for everyone working and hoping that better days will come to everyone. So I hope you enjoy our talk. And now we're just going to do a quick harmonization and send our love to everyone, I would say. So let's just breathe deeply. Let's get this energy of this moment. Let's thank the spirituality, the here present, that help us, protect us. Let's get this energy of this moment. Let's send to all our brothers and sisters around the world. Let's send to all the people that are in nursing homes, orphanages, hospitals, and prisons. All our brothers and sisters or spirits that are in war zones, in areas like all the refugees or displaced people that had to leave their countries, their homes, because of conflicts. Let's send our love, this energy to all the politicians, all the lawmakers, all the people that actually are in charge of, countries, laws. Let's get the spirituality, this energy, to get their heads, helping them to guide and make better policies that benefit the whole, the people, the nature. At the moment, we see in countries, especially Brazil, they're actually getting fires, like forests are burning, ecosystems being destroyed by main greed. So let's our love, this energy, that things will get stabilized and nature can recuperate, and these little animals and ecosystems be able to be repaired. Let's send this love, for world peace, the peace within nations, and send this, the peace and love to all the incarnated and discarnated spirits that are around us. So let's thanks everyone that here present on this meeting, on this therapeutic talk, that everyone have a beautiful week, beautiful month, and they'll be present for the next talk. So peace be with us.
Thank you, Flavia. And thanks everyone who's been tuning in. So our next therapeutic meeting will be the last Tuesday of October. So on the 29th of October, we'll be discussing the topic healing through friendship. So how we connect, I guess, with other souls that are in our path, and we can make our lives a little bit better. So we hope you can tune in as well at the same time, 7:55 for an 8 p.m. start. And just to confirm what Flavia was saying at the beginning of the talk as well, the book Renunciation is available in English. So just share my screen here so you can see what it looks like. So it's available through Amazon. So you can actually buy either the paperback and get it delivered to Sydney, or you can actually read the ebook version through Kindle. So it's called Renunciation in English, and it's by the author Emmanuel, and it is a beautiful novel about one of his lives when he was Father Damiano in Spain, and of course Alcione, the very enlightened spirit, was helping him through his challenges. And I guess it goes to show, when we have love for one another, we can go to that further extent of incarnating to support someone that we love.
Yeah, and she was a big like hope and courage. Yeah, she was a person that lived her life with a lot of courage.
She demonstrated it a lot, for sure. Yeah. So I mean, we can have hope for others as well, even when they don't believe in themselves. We can still hope and help them. So there you go.
I think
good
books
reading.
and stories like these are very good to help us to create that feeling of if in a moment that we're disencouraged and we don't have hope, stories like that help us a lot.
For sure. So a good read for anyone who's interested. And yes, thank you everyone for being here, and may your month be of much peace, and may you keep hope and courage top of your mind, and connecting to the divine to achieve it if you need that support. And Flavia said, we should look for resources. I think it's important to always say, because I think part of depression and anxiety is that feeling of hopelessness, feeling that nothing will ever change, and we should seek professional help if we are struggling a lot, because we can have people help us see the hope, help us see the paths that we are unable to see. So
I think today, Fran, is actually Are You Okay Day?
Yeah, this month, Yellow September is Suicide Prevention Month worldwide, and Are You
Yeah,
Okay is a good reminder this month to have those conversations with people. So
yeah,
I think it's important that we ask each other how we are, and of course, that we're prepared as well to help somebody who says,
yeah.
"Okay, I'm not okay. I don't
In
think I'm
Australia,
okay."
there is a service. Yeah, in Australia, there is a service for young people. I think it's up to 23 years old. Headspace. So
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah. And Headspace is available for adults now, and it's also available bulk billing through Medicare because there is a huge crisis in mental health. So there's nothing bad about admitting that we need help. I think that's the kind of stigma we like breaking here as well, to say, when
mm,
things are really tough and just praying is not helping with getting the support that we need. We need to rely on the physical assistance that is around us as well. There's a lot of trained professionals and people who are willing to listen and to help. So let's stay well and look for that support if we need. And we're always here as well. So if anyone listening to this later on wants to chat, please send us a message through Facebook or Instagram. We'll always be happy to lend a hand and listen in and support anyone who needs us. So yes, I hope you all have a great month. Thanks again, Fa, and take care. Be
thank you.
well.
Thanks, everyone. Yes, thank you.